They were built at a time that was designed for years ago. And these brains are very, very different. These brains are on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they're on Google. You know the average time span for that brain when they're on Google? Your brain span is 8 seconds. A bumblebee spends more time looking at stuff. So it's a very different brain plan. So could you put up that other slide, please? So another thing is that I found was, this is when he puts it up. What I found was their brains have 15,000 neural connections per neuron. That allows them to discover quicker than we can. They're selecting information at an incredible pace. Your brain has 5,000 connections per neuron. These are neuron in the connections. So what happens is that the way we look at the world and when we build systems, what we're doing is we're selecting in information with 5,000 neurons per connection. They're selecting in with 15,000 connections per neuron. So our ability to create programs that fit their brains, this is the part that I got the aha, I almost couldn't sleep last night, was we can't build educational systems without input from the brains that we're designing the systems for. And for me, I mean, I've been doing this 30 years. There's a thing called Moore's Law, where computer power doubles every 18 months. Well, there's another law that some people call Wilson's Law, where basically it says that the faster the information doubling rate, the less effective the educational system will be at that time. So I think we found more or less part of the answer, which has been bugging me for a long time, is what do you do? Well, what we do is we need to ask them more about how they can help us develop the systems, which we never think about, because when we learned, nobody paid any attention to us. They just told us what to do. But now, because information is doubling so fast and their brains are so different, we have to do something else. So really, there's a song that says, listen to the children. So I think from a scientific viewpoint, there's a basis to look at that. So thank you.
Well, he has established that some of us who are clapping have only 5,000. Chidiogo has 15,000. Chidiogo, over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. The Vice President of this great movement, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. We are the representatives of this great nation, the students' body. We want to air our views on how we want our future to be. We want to tell the people of Nigeria what Nigerian children want their future to look like. We want to let you know how we want our future to be. I'll start by telling you the relevance of the education we are receiving, so as to encourage the parents who think that education is not necessary to send their children to school. Alfred, can you help me tell this crowd that what the relevance of our education is?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the moderator.
You're welcome.
My name is Igoche Alfred. I'm from Federal Science and Technical College, Otupo, Benue State. Looking at the relevance of our education, you see, we are the growing generation, and we are the future leaders of this country. And we need education in order to control the affairs of our economy. And to do this effectively, we don't want schools that are just academic institutions. We want schools that are inspiration centers, schools that when you graduate from, you will have something to show. You will have an impression that yes, you have come out with something that will help you to boost the image of your country. And also we want education centers that will challenge our thinking and also expand our vision. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alfred. That was a very nice one. So, Happiness, what would you like to tell our parents seated out there?
Thank you very much, moderator.
You're welcome.
My name is Obun Happiness, and I'm from FGC Okiwe. In our schools, we are being prepared for exams from the beginning of the term to the end of the term.
That's true.
But we need an economic system where teachers push us not just to cram textbooks from cover to cover, but making learning practical
Yes.
and helping us to know that we can actually help to make the Nigerian society a superpower. Education is the kindling of a flame, and not just the filling of a vessel. Practice the same makes perfect. We need teachers to actually make us to understand, to comprehend, and to assimilate whatsoever they are teaching us with the practical instruments. Just like the popular saying goes, whatsoever you hear, you can forget. What you see, you can remember. And what you do, you can never forget. But I want to tell you today that what you see and what you hear and what you do, that you can understand. And with this, I want to tell you that the Nigerian students, we, the future of this Nigerian society, with the relevance of education in our lives, can actually move Nigeria to where it should be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Noah, what would you like to add to what Happiness just said?
I'm Noah Ogal, Federal Science College.
As well.
I'm Noah Ogal, Federal Science College, Ogoja. There are no leaders that are not readers. Every leader is a leader that is educated, a leader that understands the world, a leader that must have passed through a school. What type of schools do we leaders need today? We need schools that will take pride in raising leaders who will not only lead with open hearts, open minds, and open doors, but we need schools that will produce leaders that will remove the doors, heal the heart, and change the minds,
Yeah, it's
so that
true.
the barriers no longer exist for the least, the last, and the lost. We need schools that will find the lost. We need schools that will make the least the best. And we need schools that will make the last the first. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alfred. Okay, Gloria, I would like you to draw a conclusion to what everyone has just said.
Thank you very much, moderator.
You're welcome.
My name is Agbola Gloria, and I am a student of Federal Government College, Ikero. I see education as something that has to be interactive.
Yes.
Students should be allowed to share their ideas in class. Education should not be rigid. Rather, it should lead to enlightenment and should be fun for both the students and the teacher.
Thank you very much, Gloria. You know, it's not all about the education. It also, our parents have roles to play in our lives because without them, we wouldn't be in schools. So I'd like to know, and also I know there are many people out there who'd want to know the roles of our parents in our future. So I'll start with Rukaya. Please tell us the roles of our parents in our future.
Thank you very much, moderator. I'm Abdullahi Kura Rukaya from Federal Government Girls College, Gusau. I have a story that I know will help a relationship. A boy once walked up to his dad and asked him how much he makes per hour. The dad says $100. After a few days, he asked his dad for $50. The father refused outright. But after a while, he felt sorry and walked up to the boy's room to give him the $50. But he found his son counting crumbled dollar bills he had saved under his pillow. His father asked him, Why did you ask for money if you already have some?